You know that feeling, right? A project kicks off with a totally clear, simple goal. The deadline seems reasonable. But then, somewhere along the way, it just starts to swell. The work just grows and grows, almost like it's designed to fill up every single second you have. It's super frustrating. And in this explainer, we're going to dig into the hidden reasons why that happens. It's such a strange paradox. The project itself has a definite finish line, but it feels like the actual work you're doing is on a treadmill that just keeps speeding up. The task has an endpoint, but the effort, that feels like it could go on forever. So what's the deal with that? So when things start to spiral and the work piles up, where does your mind go first? Come on, be honest. We start looking for someone to blame, right? It feels personal. It feels like it has to be a problem with the people involved. So yeah, why does this keep happening over and over again? Well, our brains are kind of wired to look for the simplest explanation. We see a complicated problem, like a project going off the rails, and our first instinct is to find the person who messed up. And I bet this list looks pretty familiar. We point to poor management, or maybe those colleagues who we think aren't pulling their weight. We blame a lack of planning, bad attitudes, or just, general incompetence. And pointing the finger feels like an easy, satisfying answer. But what if we're looking in the wrong place? What if the people we're so quick to blame are just caught in a system with invisible forces pushing them around? What if behind those bad managers are actually a set of hidden incentives? And behind those lazy colleagues, there are powerful system dynamics at play. And what if poor planning is really just a symptom of a deep organizational fear of risk? So let's zoom out. Let's look past the individual people for a second. And instead, look at the machine they're all a part of. Because there's this invisible work engine humming along in the background. And it is perfectly designed to take one simple task and churn out an endless amount of work from it. The first thing that fuels this engine is something called psychological safety. And it's not just about feeling comfortable speaking up in meetings. It's deeper than that. It's this fundamental, often unconscious, human need to prove that you are a valuable, contributing member of the team, to show that you belong and that your job is secure. And that need for safety, well, it directly powers the second fuel source: performance visibility. This is the unspoken rule that work only really counts if it's seen. Think about it. If you solve a huge problem quietly and efficiently, but no one saw you do it, did it even happen? This creates this huge pressure to generate tangible, visible proof of all your hard work. Okay, so how do these two forces actually make more work? Well, it starts simply enough: a clear task is assigned. But immediately, that desire to demonstrate our value kicks in. This leads to what we call value-add work, maybe an extra analysis or a way more polished report than what was asked for. It's stuff that goes beyond the original scope. And here's the kicker. That new higher level of effort quietly becomes the new baseline for everyone. Now, this isn't just a one-time thing. Oh no, it is a self-perpetuating cycle, a feedback loop of more. It's a trap that catches everyone, even people with the absolute best intentions. It turns that simple, noble desire to do a good job into this relentless escalator of work. So the loop gets started by a single person. Driven by that need to feel secure and be seen, they produce a little extra something. They create something more, something noticeable, to signal, hey, I'm committed, I'm valuable to this team. But that extra effort doesn't just happen in a vacuum. Other people see it. And it doesn't just register as, oh, good job. It actually recalibrates the entire group's unspoken standards. What used to be going above and beyond now just starts to feel like the new normal. And this right here, this is the real engine of the cycle. That new, higher standard creates this low-grade anxiety across the entire team. All of a sudden, just doing the original task feels like you're slacking, like you're falling behind. So that fear compels everyone else to produce their own visible effort just to keep up. And bam, just like that, the loop starts all over again, only this time the intensity is turned up a notch. It sounds totally backward, but yeah, pretty much. This whole loop isn't powered by lazy people. It's powered by motivated, ambitious people who are just trying to do good work and keep their jobs. Their very drive to contribute is what unintentionally feeds the cycle and makes more work for everyone, themselves included. So if this is happening everywhere, you have to wonder, why doesn't it just stop? Why can't a team just get together and agree to break the cycle? Well, the problem is, the system has this
this unbreakable logic, and just knowing about it doesn't make you immune to its pressures.
We look at this constant expansion of work and we see it as a bug, right? A malfunction that needs to be fixed. But from the system's point of view, it is not broken at all. It's a feature. It is working perfectly, doing exactly what it was designed to do, optimized for the things the organization really values, visible proof of effort and contribution. So in the end, the system doesn't need fixing because it's creating precisely what it rewards: endless visible proof of work. Now, understanding all of this isn't going to magically add more hours to your day, but hopefully it explains that creeping, persistent feeling that no matter how much you do, the work is never, ever really done.